Last time we traipsed into Great Guy's Casino to win his game 100 times. I've got 99 wins, and a Switch ain't the version that we're playing. Gotta love the gambler's fallacy, too. I'm always tempted to look a different direction besides left, because it feels sometimes like it's biased against me, but I'm pretty sure it's always 50-50. I'm just getting a really unlucky streak this time. A really unlucky streak this time. Thank you, Great Guy. You're great. You're so great. Ugh. It's a dam. Damn. There's a great. Great. You can go the other way, you know. Maybe there is a bias here, because... There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna stuff your head into a star. Alright. So, we now have the most time-consuming item in the game to obtain, and also one of the more time-consuming ones to use because it has a long animation, but here it is, the Star Egg. It is a permanently reusable item. You can use it once in a battle, twice in a battle, as many times as you want, and it will always deal 100 damage to every enemy. So it is definitely worth it. I think it can actually even go all the way up to 150 if I'm not mistaken, if you do Geno Boost or Attack Up, but I'm not quite sure. Also, I should point out, well, I should use this flower box first of all, but I should also point out that I have changed the accessories on the different characters. I have True Form Pin, Safety Ring, and Wake Up Pin. Just think that'll be useful for the road ahead. And while I'm here, I'm going to do the other Great Guy games just to show them off. Welcome to the Great Guy Casino. Want to play the slot machines? Not really, because I don't advocate for gambling, but yeah, here's this. Nope. Yeah, it's not too terrible if you go for anything other than a star. I feel like it's pretty bad timing if you get a star, because it always goes fast, but... Yeah, that was a waste of 10 coins. Welcome to the blackjack table. Not to be confused with the Jack Black table. This isn't Jablinski Gaming. I didn't actually know how to play blackjack before playing Super Mario RPG, so this is the game that taught me, I guess. You got N1. I'm sure they could have programmed that to just be correct every time it's a certain number. But, whatever. You got N3. So, blackjack, if you don't know, the goal is to just get as close as you can to 21 without going over. So I'm going to keep drawing. Now we're at 13. Going to draw again. 16. It's getting dicey now. Yep, too many. Went over 21. And he takes your frog coin. If you tie... If you get, like, I'm pretty sure if you get 21, which is of course the best that you can do, and if he also gets 21, then you don't get the frog coin. You just lose the one that you paid initially, and it's like... Don't gamble. Just don't go to the casino. Don't go to Great Guy's Casino. Or any casino, but... Yeah. I'm frankly tempted to just sell the Bright card, because I'm not going to use it again. I don't want to go back to the casino. The thing is, I already have 715 coins, and whenever you try to sell the Bright card, it actually goes for 777 coins, which I think is pretty funny, because it's the card to the casino, so it's a fitting number. So I might sell it later whenever I have less money. I wanted to show this off. Not that I want to show the whole thing, but welcome to Beatles R Us. I kind of wish that they changed the word R to the letter R and made it backwards just for this one text box. But it would be unnecessary effort and probably a copyright issue, so... We run a beetle business here. Want an explanation? Okay, I'll explain the system. First you need to purchase a beetle box, which will cost you 50 coins. Then go to Booster Hill, where there are many beetles. Basically, if you get the beetle box, then there will be a new minigame on Booster Hill where you're running up the hill and you can get beetles along the way. And then over here... Yeah, male, 50 coins, female, 1 coin, golden beetle, frog coin. So that's just another way to get frog coins, if you so choose to get frog coins that way. Again, I don't feel the need to show it because I feel like it's unnecessary, but It's there if you want it. And of course you can buy things from the Frog Apprentice here with your frog coins. The Frog Apprentice to the Frog Sage, which is apparently what Frog Fuchs's name is in the remake, which I think is kind of disappointing. I just like the name Frog Fuchs. I'm assuming that they changed it because Confucius is a real person, so they didn't want that reference there, but that's just my best guess. I don't really know. Yeah, so this video for the most part is going to be me getting hidden chests that I didn't get before. Is there anything else that I need to do here? I think I'm good. By the way, I haven't been showing... I've been trying to keep this really stealthy, but I've been doing some pretty complicated editing for this series, and I'll show that off now. So, this is how the game usually looks whenever you're not in battle or in a menu. This is how it looks whenever I edit it. And I have to change the zoom every time I'm in or out of a battle or in or out of a menu, just to keep it looking nice and clean around the edges. Nobody else does this, but I thought it would be nice, so I've been doing that for every video. Alright, let's show off Star Egg. Here it is. Shake that thorax. Gosh, it's probably the creepiest line in Super Paper Mario. Or at least it's one of the creepier lines. I don't remember all of Francis's lines. I've been thinking about that game more often lately because I've been watching Nintendo Capri Sun's playthrough of it. And the reason I used the word traipse at the beginning of this video is because they used the word traipsing in the Craggly Ho chapter. That's just what I'm going to call it. I don't know what the chapter is actually called, but it's chapter 4. The Craggly Ho chapter. The Crag Garage. That's a Force reference. Have I talked about the Crap Garage before? Yes. Yes, in fact I have, in part 4. But whenever I was doing the live commentary for this episode, I had forgotten that I already talked about the garage in part 4, for roughly the next 6 minutes. So for that time, I'm going to be post-commentating, which I hate to do, but I'm going to be doing it for as long as there is a lamp in the corner of the screen. Why is there a lamp? Because I am lampshading the fact that I'm post-commentating, because, I don't know, it feels dishonest to try and hide it. But anyway, one thing that I could say about the garage that I haven't, I don't think, is that just to give you a proper appreciation of just how much stuff is in this garage, I would like to do some console recording in the future, and usually what I do with computer work is I have one monitor on my desk, and I know a lot of people have 2 or 3, some people even have more than that, which I don't really understand, but I like having one. That just, I don't know, anything more than that is kind of overwhelming to me. It feels kind of cozy to just have the one screen in front of me, so that's usually what I do, but I figured maybe a second one to have optionally on the side would be nice for console recording, because that way I don't have to look at a, you know, little preview window or get input lag or anything like that. So, figuring that my dad would probably have something like that in the garage, just another monitor or something like that, I decided to look in the garage, see if I could find anything. And I looked around for a little while, and I looked up at the top of this shelving unit in the back of the garage. And what do I see? I see not 1, not 2, but like 15 monitors and flat screen TVs just sitting on the top of the shelf in a big row. I'm guessing all of them were gotten at like garage sales, yard sales for really cheap, because he just always seems to find good deals. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna guess that most of them were probably 10% of the normal price or something, because some people just give stuff away, practically. Well, I say practically, sometimes it's literally, because I remember a while back, I wanted a treadmill in my room. I thought, yeah, I want to exercise more, and I don't walk around outside enough, so maybe I can walk around inside. And it turns out that I actually do like walking around inside, but I walk around inside. I don't prefer to just walk in place, so I didn't end up actually using the treadmill very much whenever he did get one, but he did get one. And I want to say it was like a Nordic Trek that was... it was the kind of thing that usually goes for $1,000 or more. I don't remember what the actual pricing was. But he found somebody giving one away for free. So that's the one that we got. We got this $1,000 or more treadmill for free. That's just what he does. It's like magic. Also, this isn't really necessary for me to show, this bridge part, but I figured I might as well, because it's a way to get frog coins, and I didn't really show it properly before, so... yeah, let's go across the bridge. Yeah, expert. Gubble is for experts. Yeah, I don't know. There's not really a whole lot to say about it. Just recognize that you're not, like, locked onto the platforms the way that you would be normally crossing it. That's about it. Yeah. Speaking of getting things for free, I guess. This is, well, I'm not really as happy about this one, but this is a story that I have been meaning to tell about this game and had just forgotten. So the copy that I have of Super Mario RPG on the Super Nintendo is technically, by a very big technicality, not my own copy. Because my older brothers, they had friends who played video games a lot, and I guess one of them had borrowed a copy of Super Mario RPG from a friend, like, more than 20 years ago at this point. The copy that I have is that borrowed copy. They just never gave it back. Which I don't think the friend minds. I don't know what the specifics of that situation are. I don't know, like, what their connection is, but I'm pretty sure that they don't mind. It's just... yeah. I felt bad about the fact that I have a copy that we didn't buy, so I got the Virtual Console version of Super Mario RPG on Wii a while back, and now I own the Switch one also. That's just me responding to my own feeling of guilt for something that wasn't even my own fault, but oh well. So after those hidden chests, let's see, what is this message? Not accepting visitors after bedtime, which means you're not fighting Bellome. This is the access to the secret room whenever you get this message. And then there's this. It's basically a pencil eraser moment. Yeah, lots of stuff in this room. Lots of frog coins, lots of flowers. And the flowers look so huge. I guess to fill up the remaining time here, this game really should have been listed on my Let's Play bucket list. It wasn't, but I'm going to pretend that it was, because it's definitely one that should have been there. And recently, I crossed off another personal bucket list item by going to KFC for the first time. Both literally and figuratively a bucket list item, except I didn't actually get a bucket, but... yeah, went there for the first time. And probably the last time, because it wasn't that great. They told me to wait 5 minutes for my food. I waited 8. The menu was unclear. I didn't expect to get bone-end chicken, but I did. It was only okay. The fries were a great texture, but they lacked taste. I wasn't given the drink that I ordered until I asked for it later. The drink machine didn't work properly. And the biscuit was actually pretty good. I liked the biscuit. Yeah, Bellome's Temple done. Righto, old chap. I don't know who I'm talking to with that statement. On to Bean Valley, my favorite. This place is beans. And they're faster than me, they have a higher speed, so I can't skip past this. Great. Great, guy. See ya, wouldn't want to be ya, get it? Okay, go down the pipe, go down the pipe. Hurry. Hurry, hey, ickly quay. There's that hidden chest. Go in. Arrgh! Buzz off. Okay, I'm out of bee puns. Hit him with a stinger. Serve him with the verbal equivalent of a middle finger. Actually, I think it's Zinger, which is the name of the bees in Donkey Kong. That's just a reference to a Zach Sherwin song called The Letter C, which is probably my favorite song of his. Okay, so here, the hidden chests that I want are in this pipe and this pipe. The right two pipes. I'll use Star Egg, that's fine. Let's see, what else can I talk about? I could talk about a funny text exchange that I had with my mom, who's still out of state, still helping her sister move. And, I don't know what the context for her sending this photo to me was, but she sent this photo of a sign that says duck fat. I'm not gonna jump to this treasure chest, by the way, because it has an enemy, and I don't like the enemy that you have to fight. It's very violent. Deals big damage. It would be too much. Able juice, I guess. But yeah, she sent me this picture that just says duck fat. And so I responded, this would make an aggressive spoonerism. Which she enjoyed. I'm thankful to have a mom who not only is okay with a joke that implies swearing, but also a mom who knows what a spoonerism is. It's a good word. I enjoy implied swearing in general. In otherwise G-rated situations. One of my favorite examples being Curious George. Because if you've seen the Curious George movie, near the end of the movie when... Is it Ted? I think that's his name. I think that's what they called the man in the yellow hat. Even though his name isn't Ted in the books, they had to give him a name for the movie, I guess. But Ted is driving through the city, and everyone on the road is really reckless because there's big things happening at the same time. And he's like complaining to this driver who's violating road regulations, and the driver, in response, honks at him. It's implied that he's saying, go F yourself, but what you hear is, burr, burr. And then Ted responds, oh yeah? Well, that's not physically possible for me to do, so there! I like that moment. Does Mallow have anything better than Star Egg? I feel like a sleazeball using the Star Egg over and over again because it's going to really limit the visual appeal of the video, first of all, and secondly, it feels cheap to use. But it's useful, so what can I say? Except you're welcome. Yeah, Snowy. I don't feel like this is quite enough for a full video. Well, I don't know, it's close enough. I don't really want to fight Smilax yet, because I feel like that's going to go over time. I think next time I'm actually not going to go further into Bean Valley. I think I'm actually going to fight Jinx. So, I guess that's it for this one. Thank you for watching this uncut footage, since I didn't bring Knife Guy for this one. See you then.